Disha, if you're still with us, can you tell us about the on-ground situation right now with rescue operations underway? All right,
yes, absolutely.
Yes. Right, there seems to be some technical glitch with our correspondent. That's the news that an Air India flight has crashed near the Ahmedabad airport on Thursday, with initial input suggesting that around 130 passengers were on board. A team of over 5 fire vehicles from various city divisions has reached the location, and the fire control measures are being carried out as a precaution. It was a London-bound Air India flight which has crashed near the airport. As of now, there are no reports of injuries or casualties, and the cause of the incident and the extent of damage to the aircraft are yet to be officially confirmed. The airport authorities, they have now initiated an internal inquiry, while the cause of the crash is yet to be determined. And that's the news coming in, where an Air India plane has crashed near the airport in Ahmedabad. As per reports, a total of 133 passengers were on board. As of now, further updates are awaited from both Air India and the DGCA on this fatal crash. And as you can see on the screens, on one side we can see the smoke billowing from the crash site. On the other, the injured passengers are now being taken to the hospital. There is still no information on how many passengers have been injured, but reports suggest that there were 133 passengers on board Air India flight, which was a London-bound Air India flight which crashed near the airport. Right, our correspondent Disha is back with us. Disha, what more can you tell us? We are getting visuals of injured passengers being taken to the hospital as of now. However, there is no clarity on how many passengers have been injured, but we do know that the injured passengers are being taken to the hospital as of now. Right, we've lost our correspondent, but that's the news coming in, that a London-bound Air India flight has crashed near the airport in Ahmedabad. There is no clarity on how many passengers have been injured, but a total of 133 passengers were on board the Air India flight, which has been crashed near the Ahmedabad airport. And as you can see on your screens right now, on one side we can see the black smoke billowing after the Air India plane crashed, and on the other there are injured passengers who are now being taken to the hospital. As of now, no clarity on how many passengers have been injured, but reports suggest that 133 passengers were on board the Air India flight, the London-bound Air India flight, which has crashed near the airport. However, the cause of the incident and the extent of damage to the aircraft are yet to be officially confirmed. There is no clarity on what led to the crash. And news coming in right now is that a total of 242 passengers were on board the Air India flight, the London-bound Air India flight. However, there's no clarity on how many passengers out of the 242 on-board passengers have been injured at this point of time. But the injured passengers are being taken to the hospital, and rescue operation is currently underway. The cause of the incident and the extent of damage to the aircraft are yet to be officially confirmed. However, the airport authorities have initiated an internal inquiry as to what led to that fatal plane crash near the Ahmedabad airport. That's breaking news coming in at this point of time. An Air India plane has crashed near Meghani Nagar, that's near the Ahmedabad airport. A total of 242 passengers were on board, out of which there's no clarity on how many have been injured, but rescue operations currently are underway. The incident took place near the Meghani Nagar in Ahmedabad, and as you can see, heavy smoke is visible from the area of the crash. The injured passengers are now being taken to the hospital. A technical team is now assessing the situation to however, determine what led to that fatal crash. It was a London-bound Air India flight which crashed near the airport.